Hello, and welcome to another episode of Seattle to Unknown. I'm Sarah.
I'm Mellinda.
And this is a travel podcast. Allegedly.
Sorta?
It's a quarantine podcast.
Are we at the point of desperation where we should start a Patreon so, our 3 listeners will, donate $5 to us for, cocktails?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. In return, I don't know what we would do.
We'll, shout you out on an episode. All 3 of you.
But not in the same episode, so you can all have your moment of glory.
Exactly. Your not quite 15 minutes of fame.
But we appreciate you. That one's free. That one was on us.
You person out there.
You listener, you.
I have a friend of mine who keeps saying, I hear your podcast is good. I should really check it out. I'm like, okay, who did you hear that from? Because literally the only person you know who listens is me.
I would not take that recommendation from you and be like, oh no, it probably sucks. I should wait 5 years and then listen.
Yeah, honestly, that's the way to go. In 5 years, we'll really have this down.
Yeah, people will be like, damn, they knew what they're talking about. It's too bad that the world shut down.
And then they'll go back to old episodes and be like, oh no.
You can't go there. That place is off limits. It's the no-no zone.
We'll put old episodes behind a paywall once we figure out how to get people to pay us.
Okay.
So, do you have an update this week?
The world is on fire, but it's probably the fire for the change that we need.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, keep going strong. We need change.
Yep. And in case it is not explicitly clear, both Mellinda and I fully support the idea that Black Lives Matter. Because they do.
They most definitely do. And it's shitty that it's had to come to this, but it needs to happen. This needs to happen. Yeah. It needs to change.
This was bound to happen at some point, and it needed to happen sooner than now.
Yep.
Significantly sooner than now.
So here's looking forward to a positive change in the world. I mean, if everybody in the world is screaming the same thing, how can we not get change out of this? That's my theory, so.
Yep. And due to other recent news, I think we'd also both like to say trans lives matter.
Yes, they do. Yep. They most definitely do. I also think it's kind of cool that all of this is happening in June, which is Pride Month, and we're trying to make it so everybody can be treated equally, no matter what.
And we have Pride Month because riots like this happened. Or not riots, but protests. Although, Stonewall was a riot. But, yeah,
but it needed to happen.
Happens because people make their case known and make public displays. And so I think it's fitting that it is happening in June, because June Pride happened because something similar once happened in the past.
Yep. So keep fighting the good fight. We're with you. Hopefully we get positive change. I can't imagine why we wouldn't. It's just, what a weird year 2020 has been.
Honestly, I know it's been said before, but if 2020 were a script for a movie, during the edits, they'd be like, okay, this is a little bit much. You put too much into this.
I don't know who shared it and who originally tweeted it, but someone was saying, the plot for 2020 is getting really weird. Why introduce the murder hornets if they're not going to be relevant? And I'm like, yes! I'm glad the murder hornets aren't relevant, because I'm terrified of bees. Not bees, but wasps and whatnot, and hornets, the angry little fuckers. I'm fine with honeybees, we cool, and bumbles. But no.
No, I've seen you around regular bees. You're not cool with any bee.
I hear buzzing and I just get scared and will try and run away. So 99% of the time they're yellow jackets, so I'm right. Fuck those guys.
I've actually seen one of the murder hornets before, and I can't recommend interacting with them.
No, have you watched any of the videos of people being stung by them?
I watched my dog nearly get stung by one.
No, it's terrifying. Don't do it. Do not touch. Just no. Hard no. This is why I run away.
So when I first got moose, have I told this story on here before?
I don't know.
Well, if you've heard it before, you're going to hear it again.
Just skip forward 30 seconds. It's fine.
I got moose in April 2 years ago, and in June of that year, I was hiking with him, and he was playing with something on the ground, and I really thought it was a stick. He's flipping it around, and he's playing with it, and I get closer to him, because I keep him on a long leash when we're hiking. I get closer, and I realize, oh shit, this is a bee the size of my thumb.
She got fat thumbs, y'all.
It's true. Super fat thumbs. That's why I'm a terrible typist. And all of a sudden, I hear him yelp just shrieking pain. So I scoop him up, realizing he's just been stung by a murder hornet.
She didn't know it was a murder hornet.
No, I did, because they were introduced in Europe before they were in the US. So I had just read about how they had come through France and now we're drifting into Germany.
Okay, but what are they actually called? Like, they're not actually murder hornets.
They're called, like, Asian wasps or something.
Giant Asian wasps or hornets or something. There we go.
Yeah,
good job,
because
brains.
I think they come from either China or Japan. Did you just wait for me to high five you through a video call?
Yeah, 6 feet.
Oh,
6
good.
feet away, Sarah.
Okay. So I knew they had been there, but I had never seen one before. But now I'm in sheer terror because I think my dog has been stung. So I scoop him up, and at the time he was probably like 30 pounds. And I just sprinted home because there's an animal shelter right next to me that always has vets in it. Like, okay, this is my only chance to save him. I've only had him 2 months. How have I already fucked this up?
I broke the dog!
So I get him down the hill, and I set him down for just a moment so I can call the animal shelter because they have a gate and you can't just go through. And he just kind of sits down and starts playing with a leaf.
Aww.
And I realized he shrieked not because he had been stung, but because it startled him when the wings started flapping or something. It's like, are you kidding me, dog? I knew I was in for it right then and there because Moose does this all the time. Something startles him, he yelps, and then he starts limping. It actually happened yesterday. Like, he was limping, and I looked at his foot, there's zero wrong with it, and within a minute he's walking around like it never happened.
He just wants you to carry him. He's overusing his legs right now.
Yeah, basically. Someone stopped me yesterday and looked at Moose and was like, oh my god, you've got to get him to a vet. Something's clearly wrong. I was like, And I bought into it for a good minute. Like, I got on the ground and was sitting next to him and examining his foot. There was nothing there. Not a single thing. He was perfectly fine. And then a few minutes later, he's, like, frolicking away.
What a little faker.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
Yeah. So Moose is a faker, McFakerson, and he's kind of a poop. Cute as hell, but kind of a poop.
And that's a saving grace, is being cute as hell.
He's very lucky. He is a very cute dog.
I tell my cats that all the time. It's one of those, it's a good thing you're cute. Anyways, cute animal corner over. Today we are playing trivia questions about travel.
We are testing our geography knowledge. And by ours, I mean yours, because I am the quizmaster.
I don't like this. I went to public schools.
So did I.
With outdated maps.
So did I. To be fair, though, my school had maps from, like, the late 80s, early 90s.
So the USSR was live and well?
Basically. But at home, because, like, this was not at a point where you could pull up Google Maps and just look things up when I was in elementary school. What my parents had at home was a world atlas from the 60s.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so everything I learned, I kind of mislearned and then mislearned worse. But actually, my geography skills are pretty good. But we're not testing me, we're testing you.
Yeah, but, like, everything we learned is still, like, proportioned wrong.
This is true.
Because nobody can decide what's accurate. And it's like, that's cool. We'll just be wrong.
Yeah, have you seen the video? God, I think her name is Dr. Jane Elliott that's been going around where she criticizes map projections.
Well, it's wrong.
Yeah, they're all very wrong, but
I think that's something all of us can probably agree on, is that, like, the map of the world as we know it is very much wrong, and it's very much catered to make some countries look bigger than the others.
Yeah, well, and there's a video that's been going around apropos of the Black Lives Matter movement of this woman who became a racial prejudice. Gosh, I don't know how to accurately describe what she did, but essentially she hosted seminars to educate white people about sort of the prejudices that they might not necessarily be aware of that they have, and one of them was the Mercator projection and how it was, according to what she said, commissioned by the Pope way back when to show the advancement of Christianity in the world. So countries that were Christian on that projection are significantly larger than countries that were not at the time.
Oh.
Which is why everything in the northern hemisphere, like Greenland, looks absolutely massive.
It's not that big, guys.
Exactly. And everything in the southern hemisphere is very, very small. Like, South America looks about the size of Greenland in a lot of maps, when it is very much not.
No, South America is the larger of the two.
By quite a lot. But I would Google her name. I think it's Jane Elliott. She did a seminar starting in the 60s called Blue Eyes, Green Eyes, where blue-eyed people are put through some of the milder racial prejudices that... Oh, no, blue eye, brown eye. That they don't necessarily...
I'm neither of those.
that they don't experience on a day-to-day basis. And the goal is for them to walk away understanding just a mild taste of what it means to be a minority in the world. She's very, very interesting. I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos over her career over the weekend. It was pretty powerful stuff. A lot of people crying and a lot of brown-eyed people saying, you know, this isn't that bad, right?
Shout out to my fellow brown-eyed people. What's up?
I have weird eyes. Nobody agrees what color they are. But in that experiment, I would definitely have been grouped with the blue eyes. But anyway, Google it. It's definitely worth a watch. It's very interesting.
And the lesson from that is the maps as we know it are wrong. They're misproportioned. Yes. Significantly.
But these quizzes are not going to be about visual things like maps. It's going to be like, can you name 6 countries? So we're going to start you off a little easy.
With, can you name 6 countries?
Can you name 1 country from every continent? You have 1 minute. Go.
Countries. Okay. Canada, Peru, South Africa, Germany, China, Australia? The Arctics?
Well,
did I miss
6.
Anybody?
Nope. Arctics doesn't have... Well, the Arctics
they
is
are
the
their
northern
own
one.
Country? Continent?
Yep. Okay. You passed. Perfect score. You know your continents. Congratulations. I would be very sad if you didn't get that.
Did I just say Australia as its own thing?
Yep.
West Australia. Let's be specific.
That's
I guess
not a country.
It's not how that works, though, huh? It's
No.
just a region.
Uh-huh.
Region? Okay. I was
Okay.
trying to give them some more credit that they're more than just Australia.
Okay. Quiz number 2. Question number 1. What is the capital of New Hampshire? You have 4 options. Concord,
Okay, I'm like...
Manchester, Nashua, or Derry.
What was the first one?
Concord.
Sure, Concord. That sounds great.
That is correct.
Okay. I'm not so good about the whole, like, state and capital thing.
I think there's only a couple state capital questions here.
I did not
What?
do well in that test in the 3rd grade.
What is the capital of Pennsylvania? Philadelphia, Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, or Hershey?
Philadelphia?
Wrong. It is
Hershey, right?
Harrisburg.
Oh.
It should be Hershey.
Well, I'm like, what's significant? I'm like, Philadelphia is really significant.
That's the tricky thing, is there's so many states where the major city you would think is the capital, like Olympia. If you're from outside of Washington, would you really think Olympia is the capital if you haven't studied these things? Probably not. Or New York.
New York?
New York. Nope, Albany.
I don't know. See, I don't know. I did not retain this information as a child.
Okay. Which state was not one of the original 13 colonies?
The 14th.
Maine, Georgia, New Jersey, or Virginia?
Georgia? Right? Too far out?
Maine.
Really?
Too far north.
Ugh. Lazy.
Nobody willingly was like, let's go up to Maine.
Lazy bums.
It's cold up there.
It's cold, yeah. They went somewhere warmer. I see you.
Okay. What's the correct postal abbreviation for Mississippi? MI or MS?
MS.
Correct.
Yeah. You know what's funny? When people are trying to, like, type in what the abbreviation for the state is for an out-of-state driver's license, it's literally a part of their address, and they still have to stop and think about it. It cracks me up. It's like, it's in their address already. Anyways.
Yeah, I know most of the postal abbreviations. It's when I get to the M's where I have to work my way through it. Like, I can figure it out through deductive reasoning. It just takes me a second.
It's not too hard, for the most part.
No, it's like, okay, Maryland is MD, Missouri is MO, Montana is MT. Like, I just have to eliminate them and get to the right one.
Yeah. There's kind of no rhyme or reason except they went, oh shit, we have a lot of M names? Oh, it's like my life.
Too many M names?
Surrounded by M names.
Okay,
womp womp.
Next question. How many countries are in North America? 3, 23, 12, or 2?
3?
You want to
3,
think
right?
about that?
No.
Okay, 23.
Because we're counting more of Central?
Because North America ends in Panama.
I was going to say, it's got to be all, like, the ones that are Central America. That's part of North America. But we've
Right.
given it a second title.
Central America isn't really... It's a region more than it is a continent. Because
No, I know it's
the
not a
Panama
continent.
Canal is the dividing line. It says, besides Canada, the United States and Mexico, North America also includes all the sovereign states in the Caribbean and Central America. Next question. What is the capital of Canada? Toronto, Vancouver, Ottawa, or Winnipeg?
Fuck. Is it Ottawa? I want to say Ottawa or Winnipeg.
It's Ottawa.
Okay. Yay!
Hands up if you listened to Star Kids when you were younger, and when you hear Winnipeg, the first thought you have is guinea pig.
I totally recommended somebody watching that, like, the other day. Like, if you're a Harry Potter fan, this is what Harry Potter would have been if it was a musical. You need to watch it. It's great.
But more progressive.
Yeah. Addressing real issues that weren't addressed in Harry Potter.
Like the fact that Cho is not a first name.
Sure it is.
I mean, it is if you're J.K. Rowling. Anyway, which lake is not one of the Great Lakes?
The Lesser Lake.
The inferior lake.
Sorry, I have a whole bunch of bad dad jokes.
Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, or Lake Champlain?
Schlampane.
Schlampane.
I was right?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was your answer, if you were just making fun of how I slurred Champlain.
Both. Schlampane. I get why it was named. It was like New Year's Eve, right? Little too much champagne flowing.
The first idea was to name it Lake Slosh, but they decided they should come up with something a little better than that.
Schlampane. I got it.
Ooh. Okay. Which North American city has a bigger population? Los Angeles or Mexico City?
As of what year?
Now.
Ooh. Census aren't out yet. Mexico City?
Correct.
Okay.
And it's not even, like, close. Mexico City has double the population of LA.
I also figured that, like, is it bigger? A bigger area, too? Or...
that I don't know. Area of Mexico City. Area of Los Angeles. The problem is Los Angeles is a county, not a city.
Isn't it both? It's both.
Not really. Like, there's downtown LA, but that just means it's the downtown of the county. Like, there's not a Los Angeles city. It's complicated. Because, like, Burbank is Los Angeles. Glendale is Los Angeles.
Both. I thought there actually is, like, this part is Los Angeles, and then, like, it's also the county.
Not really.
What the hell, California?
Los Angeles is 1,302 kilometers squared, and Mexico City is almost 15,000 kilometers squared. So it's larger, but not enough to be relative to the area population ratio for LA. It's definitely much more dense.
I just figured it was going to be a bigger area in Mexico City. I don't know why.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's just not. LA
significantly larger.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess. Yeah.
LA has a population of just under 4 million, and Mexico City has almost 9 million.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very, very dense.
Whoa.
Ooh. What measures the distance north and south of the equator? Latitude or longitude?
God, I was not good at this part. Latitude?
Correct.
Okay, I feel like I always got it mixed up, but I'm like, well, altitude is up, so latitude should be up.
I always thought of it as
longitude is long.
Latitude is like the rungs of a ladder.
Ooh, yeah. See, up. I got the up.
Yep, you got the up.
Good job, brain.
Okay, so in the same vein as the first quiz, you got 6 out of 9 right on that test.
What's my score then? What's my letter grade?
66%.
That's like passing.
Not at my school.
That's like a C. It's fine.
At my school, C started at 70.
No, I was going to say, I think that's actually lower. I think I got a D.
But a high D. That's like a D+.
Does not make me feel better having that plus.
Okay, this next test is timed. You have 2 minutes.
Oh, no, please no.
Name at least 15 European countries. And go.
Ireland, Scotland, France, Italy, Germany. See, this is where my brain freezes. Where have I been? Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Spain. What else is nearby?
What's west of Spain?
Switzerland.
No, but okay.
I know that. What else? Netherlands, England, the UK. I don't know. UK is proper, right?
Yeah. By the way, Scotland didn't count.
That's a part of it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's separate them so I get 2. My brain's freezing.
You've got 12. You just need 3 more.
What else is nearby?
Another German-speaking country.
This is when I shout city names because I can't. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
I'm just going to not type that one.
I don't get that. I'm pretty sure it was over there. Australia, because remember, it docked on for Eurovision.
Think of a similar name.
Austria. Shoot,
You've got
2
15
more.
seconds.
Come on, brain. What else is there? You know things.
You just need 2 more.
Greece. Hungary. Am I there?
Yep, you got it.
Okay. I'm like, go out east more.
Okay, it says, you forgot Albania, Andorra, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Estonia, Georgia, Iceland, Kazakhstan,
Estonia,
Latvia.
too. Oh, damn it. I'm like, what was across the water that we could have just hopped to?
Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Moldova, Monaco, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Poland, Portugal. That was the one I was hinting at.
Portugal, yeah, okay.
Romania, Russia, San Marino, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Turkey, Ukraine, and Vatican City.
I could have had my
that was the
cheater
one I thought you were
country.
going to get.
Of all the countries I've been to, the Vatican was pretty cool. Just because it's itty bitty and that it's its own country within a country. It's freaking rad.
Okay, let's come back to this one. Let's come back to that one.
I don't like the sound of those.
Okay, this one's 4 minutes.
Oh no.
Can you name
No.
a country for every letter of the alphabet?
No.
On your mark. Just go through it alphabetically. I'm sure you've got this. Get set. Go.
Albania, Bulgaria, Croatia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Greece, Hungary,
You've been to one of these.
Italy,
You've been to 2 of them.
Japan, Colombia, Kuwait.
Colombia starts with a C.
I know. K.
Borat.
Kazakhstan, Lithuania, Moldova, Nicaragua. Shoot.
Middle East.
Crap.
4 letters.
Ooh. I don't
Man.
know. I might be stuck on O.
That's a good hint. Man.
Omen. Okay. 1313 Omen Way Omen.
P.
Would be Peru. Q would be...
Skip.
Huh?
Skip it.
R would be Russia. S would be Spain. T would be Turkey. U would be Yugoslavia.
No, it would not.
Nope.
Doesn't exist. Also, it started with a Y.
That's my Y. U would be Uganda. V would be the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
You've been to one?
Vietnam. I haven't
I was
been
going to
there.
say Vatican City.
Vatican City or Vietnam. W would be
I think you skipped W. Go on to the next one.
X.
Oh, skip X. It had a list of what you can
Y.
skip.
Uganda. Nope. That's U.
You already did that one.
Y would be Yugoslavia if it existed. Is there something with a Y that still exists?
Yep. Chandler went there.
Yemen. Omen, Yemen.
Mm-hmm.
Z.
Think Africa.
Zimbabwe.
Oh, it says you have one left. Maybe there is a W country?
You lied to me.
What did we skip?
Something with Western something in the name.
Oh, this is my fault. Time just ran out, but I will give you a chance to do it anyway.
Oh, crap.
Q. Middle East. I think there might actually just be one.
All I can think of is quails.
Depending on how you pronounce it, it doesn't sound like it starts with a Q.
Then I'm not going to get this.
I'm just double checking to see if there's others. Yep, there is only one. It is in the Middle East. And I don't know if this hint helps at all, but they are supposed to be hosting the World Cup soon. I think it's canceled, but they're supposed to be.
That doesn't help.
It sounds like something a person does with a knife. Or a job of someone with a knife.
Cutter?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. I'm like, is that right? Because that definitely doesn't have a Q sound.
It definitely does not have a Q sound. But
I
it depends on
did
how you
it.
say it. Some people say Qatar and some say Cutter.
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah.
When I first did it through the alphabet, I win. Sorta. B minus. B minus.
Are you ready for another round?
No. My brain hurts. Oh.
Oh, well, then you're really not going to like this one.
Oh, God. You have 8 minutes to name every place in the world.
No.
I need cities and their capitals.
Cities don't have capitals.
Nope. I said that, I'm like, that's not right. See?
Ooh, we really are breaking your brain.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, I can give you some options. That one sucks.
Let's not do that one, then.
It's can you name 30 countries in 5 minutes, but you just named 26 in 2 minutes, or 4 minutes.
So yeah, I can. There's 26 right there.
Okay, can you name 20 state capitals?
Probably not, but let's try it.
Okay, you've got 5 minutes, so.
State capitals, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Olympia, Little Rock, Concord, Albany. What's Oregon? Salem?
Yes.
Ooh, what's Idaho? Boise?
Yes.
Helena. St. Louis?
No.
Is that the capital?
Nope.
Springfield.
Yes.
Okay. See, significant cities, like, nobody talks about Springfield. St. Louis is what's up.
You only talk about Springfield if you're talking about The Simpsons. Also, the hint that just flashed on the screen was think back to 4th grade.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Just encouragement.
Sacramento. What's Florida?
Yes.
Orlando?
No.
Jacksonville.
No.
Sinkhole Land. Tallahassee.
Uh-huh.
Columbus. How many am I at?
You've got 22. Also, I gave you one for free because I tested Jacksonville, and apparently Jackson is the name of one of the state capitals. So you got a freebie.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
See, okay, at least I know that, so it's not a freebie. How many more do I need to do?
22.
How many am I at?
You've got... Oh, sorry, no. You've got 20... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You've got 12. It was giving you how many to meet the goal, which
Okay,
their goal is to get 20.
10 more.
Yeah.
What's Wyoming?
To state?
Cody.
No.
Yellowstone.
No.
What's Illinois? Chicago. It's not
Nope.
it. Detroit.
Mm-mm.
What's Michigan? What's Maines? Did I do Maines?
Nope. What about Alaska?
Juneau. Honolulu. Atlanta.
Yep, and yep.
What's my total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
7 more. What else we got? I am not good at this.
Honestly, I don't think I would be either.
See, I wasn't good at this one. I'm just trying to name cities and, like, is this right? Where have I been? Denver.
Yes.
I have not actually been to Colorado, so...
I was gonna say, oh, okay.
What about those teeny tiny East Coast states? Where have I been? Where can I list? Albuquerque.
It said no, but I don't know if I just typed it wrong. No.
What the hell else is in New Mexico besides Albuquerque?
Let's open up a restaurant in...
Santa Fe. I guess there's 2 cities there. Sorry.
It's okay, nobody downloads from Santa Fe, so we're good.
Texas. Dallas?
No.
Austin.
Yes.
I knew it's one of them. Nashville.
Yes.
I'm at, like, what, 16?
Try Maryland.
Baltimore.
No.
Again, I don't know what else is in there.
Okay, here's what you missed.
All of them.
Annapolis, Augusta, Baton Rouge, Bismarck. This one you're going to kick yourself for. Boston, Carson City, Charleston, Cheyenne, that's Wyoming, Columbia, Des Moines, Dover, Frankfurt, Harrisburg, you know, the one from our first quiz, Hartford, Indianapolis, Jefferson City, there's your Missouri, Lansing, there's your Michigan, Lincoln, Madison, Montgomery, Montpelier, Oklahoma City, Phoenix.
Damn it. Oh, sorry.
Pierre, Providence, Raleigh, Richmond, Salt Lake City, St. Paul, Topeka, and Trenton.
I told you I wasn't good at these. Not good at all. So I got how many?
You got 19 out of 50. You were one shy of the goal for 20.
Not too shabby.
Nope, not too bad.
Spent a lot of time you counting them up, so, you know.
Yeah, this is true. Should we do one more?
Not too hard, please. My brain's broken. It's thought a lot today.
I did not write these quizzes. These quizzes are all courtesy of BuzzFeed. Okay, I've got 2 options for you. One is 2 minutes. The other is 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Okay. Remember our previous discussion about how many countries were in North America?
No, there's 23. I can't name all of them. Don't make me.
Which is, the funny thing is according to this quiz, there's 35.
Oh my god, no.
Okay, do you want to name the countries of North America, or name countries that start with the letter S?
How many countries start with the letter S?
It says 27.
Oh shit.
Your choice.
I don't want to do either of them. They both sound hard.
Or I can take one of them, but I have to remember to talk and type, which might be challenging.
I don't know. You name all the ones with S's.
Okay, on your mark. On my mark. Get set, go. South Korea, South Sudan, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Slytherin.
Yeah, Slytherins!
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 21 to go.
Not so fun, is it?
Oh, it's fun. I'm just not coming up with anything. Somalia.
Also, the biggest apologies to anybody's country that we did not list or name or remember. My brain hurts, and I'm sorry. Yeah, it's that whole time crunch thing, and it really makes your brain panic and go, I don't know.
Okay, they don't count Scotland, even though I think the Scottish would argue it's a country.
I'm with the Scottish.
San Marino. I want to say Cyprus, but I know that's a C.
See? That's where the brain goes. Is this 3 minutes
Syria.
or 2 minutes?
Syria. Oops, I typed it in the wrong quiz. Crap. I got one. Sri Lanka, Sweden, Switzerland.
South Switzerland. Anything can start with an S if you start with South.
Spain.
Good job.
Okay, I
South
ran out of
Spain.
time. I got 13 out of 27.
South Australia.
Okay, let's see
South
what I
Germany.
forgot. Oh, I forgot all the saints. St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Samoa.
Okay,
I did not... Huh?
What? And the Grenadines? That sounds like a band.
Well, I mean, she got her name from the saint that St. Vincent is named after.
Just
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a thing, I promise. Samoa, Sao Tome and Principe. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. Saudi Arabia, Senegal, the Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Singapore. Ooh, that's a good one to have remembered. Solomon Islands, South Africa, Suriname, and Swaziland. Also, I don't think Swaziland is called Swaziland. We established that in an old episode. What is it called now?
I don't remember, but it was something or simplified.
Eswahini, or something like that. What is Swaziland called now? Eswatini, not Eswahini. I was close.
It's like being in elementary school in the 90s. Everybody keeps changing who they are. Hopefully for the better.
Okay. I didn't do terrible on that.
What's your score? What's your percentage? You got 17 out of
50.
how many?
I got basically 50%. I got 13 out of 27.
We're not the worst, but we're not the greatest. We should never become geographers.
Yeah, as Liz Lemon said, we're not the worst. Grad students are the worst. And then she high-fives Alec Baldwin's character. Next time, I will give you the quiz that I took earlier. I took it. The reason I thought of this is because BuzzFeed put a quiz in my, Facebook ads. Stop licking my feet, dog.
That is the weirdest quiz ever.
There was a quiz called Can You Name All 10 Countries That Are Only 4 Letters Long? And that one broke my brain.
Yikes.
Because it starts off easy, and then it gets real hard real quick.
I'm just gonna study the updated version of Yakko's country song.
Yeah, that song, I don't know which group it was posted in, but someone posted a link to it in some travel group, and it got weirdly divisive very, very quickly. People were very upset, and we had to keep explaining, this is a
It's
song...
from the 90s.
Exactly. Well, they need to change it.
A lot of countries have changed.
Yeah, and I was like, this is not... Consider the place it came from. It was not incorrect at the time.
There is an updated version with the voice actor where he's adding on the countries that have come on since in the same tune. The fact that they made a song of the countries at the time that worked is pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, I think after some discussion, it was established that there were still a couple things he got wrong even for that time, but some of the comments were really ridiculous. Like someone said, "How could I possibly share this with my students if it's all incorrect?" Like, then don't share it with your students? Like, it's not that serious, folks.
It came from a cartoon series that brought us Pinky in the Brain. Yeah, it's not necessarily an educational tool.
Yeah, exactly.
Just use Wacko's... Doesn't he do the states and the capitals?
I think so. I don't really know. But it blew my mind. Like, it got aggressive very quickly. I was like, simmer down. Like, I get it. That is not the name of your country, and you don't recognize that old name as...
anything?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It was a name imposed by another country, and you don't appreciate it. However, it's a cartoon. We might need to take a step back.
From the 90s. The world was different in the 90s.
The early 90s. The very early 90s.
The early 90s, yeah. I want to say, 93-ish was Animaniacs?
Yeah, well, and I think the issue that people were upset about primarily was that they use a lot of the names that existed under the USSR. And by the early 90s, it had already dissolved. So, yes, but we don't know how soon. It's an animation. Like, how far in advance did they write it before it actually got animated?
Yeah, Animaniacs ran from 1993 to 1998.
So, names were changing very quickly at that time.
Yes. And I feel like the 90s were, like oddly... analog maybe, and then all of a sudden 2000 hit and we got a lot more technologically advanced. Is that kind of fair to say? There's a weird jump.
Yeah, the speed of learning was not as fast as it is these days.
But even 99 has I feel was not as modern and updated, I guess, as the early 2000.
I think it depends on who you are and what you had access to, because I know my parents were reading the news online, circa 1994.
It was very broken and chunky.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I just think that maybe, while I understand the hurt feelings over hearing names that you don't appreciate having been bestowed upon your country.
Bespoken.
Bespoken. I mean, it's a very old cartoon.
That's how much the world has changed, Sally.
Don't call me
Talking
Sally.
To you. Yeah. Good job. But yeah. Anywho's, that's us showing our public education fails. Join us next week, and I think we're doing travel questions? Travel... I don't know. I got a plan, don't worry. I got something, it's fine. But yeah, so just remember, it's an adventure.
So, brush up on that geography, because Yugoslavia, not a country anymore.
Nope, but it's still fun to say.
But is it more or less fun than saying Yemen, which almost sounds like a place?
It's an adventure.
So brush up on your geography? Did we just loop in time?
What year is this?
It's the year 2050, and people are still listening to podcasts.
Suckers. It's for all the 2050 hipsters that are like, I'm so analog, I'm cool.
I listen to podcasts on something called an iPod. Just kidding, nobody does that.
I was going to say an iPhone would probably be...
That kind of baffles me that just maybe, 10 years ago, people were still actively plugging their iPod into something to load podcasts onto it. God, if I had to actively load something onto my iPod, I would not listen to it regularly.
We would have 0.000 listeners.
Not even we would do it.
But thank you, you three, for listening. We love you. Join us next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Hey everyone, thanks again for listening to another episode of Seattle to Unknown. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and subscribe so you never miss a thing. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest under C2Unknown. That's SEATO Unknown. Or you can check us out on our website, www.c2unknown.com. Want to know what we do on our off time? You can find both Sarah and I on Twitter and Instagram. Sarah is at SAR_S, and I'm at Hooligan Monster on both. We would also love to hear from you. Send us an email with your stories and travel tips to c2unknown@gmail.com. Until then, it's an adventure. Bye!